Hi, my name is Andrew Hernandez, and I'm currently doing a voiceover presentation on PISA Limited Company from Gibraltar. My student number is NO723319. PISA Limited Company, based in Gibraltar, is a company which bases themselves in Gibraltar, like I just said, and they run a series of franchises. They run Matalan, Bon Marché, and Peacocks, all three working in the retail clothing industry. As I just said, they own three franchises, Matalan, Peacocks and Bon Marché. Matalan, different to the other two, follow through a very decentralized business approach, meaning that they actually let their franchisees make decisions for themselves and actually delegate responsibility over to their shops worldwide. We with Matalan run a pull model, meaning that every week we order ourselves exactly what we want and exactly what we feel is needed for our niche market in Gibraltar. Whereas Peacocks and Bon Marché are a very centralized approach, meaning that they from their headquarters and from their main point make all the decisions themselves. Therefore, this leads us to a push model, meaning that they just send over to us all the merchandising and all the clothing every month, every term, and every season, leaving us with little to no decision really on what we actually sell here in Gibraltar. My role within my placement and within this company is very more or less like an admin role. I hop from role to role, them knowing I'm only here for a year and I am on placement on work experience. So I've touched base upon some accounting with the company's accountants, dealing with salaries, social insurances, tax deductions, the shop's sales, the shop's costs. At the beginning, I found it fairly hard to do as I had this no experience with the spreadsheets and the formulas, but kind of coming to grasp with that a bit more now. Then I've also touched bases on the shop floor as a shop assistant, which is fairly self-explanatory and fairly straightforward really. So I've had little to no problems there. I've also been involved with merchandising, learned how the shop is actually structured, what the company wants customers to see first, what cheaper products, on the go products sort of thing are left to be picked up at the counter right before paying whatever it is that you've actually bought. And yeah, that definitely is an aspect where is fairly interesting. My personal objectives with this placement, set at the beginning of the year, was set based on difficulties I had on my summer job, which I actually did with PISA Limited as well. So I set them based on that for this year. As I said, accounting skills was definitely one of them, as it was something I was really not coming to grasp with, and something which I was really having difficulties with. And to be fair, like I said, I am improving a lot on that. So I'm glad they've actually given me the responsibility and actually made me almost like a one-to-one person with the accountant. So I've actually learned a lot for there. Communication skills was actually something which I had difficulties with almost all the time in Gibraltar, just because my Spanish isn't as fluent as it is needed in Gibraltar, seeing as most of our employees and most of our customers are actually Spanish based and and Spanish customers, as we're bordered with Spain, so a lot of our customers are Spanish. Also, we do deal with Spanish companies, Spanish businesses, Spanish carriers which bring over our merchandise. So when it comes to business specific terms in Spanish, I have really learned a lot on that, as it is something which you don't really learn in school, is it? You really learn how to speak in Spanish and speak well in Spanish in the streets almost, but not actually business specific terms. Customer expectations and my selling skills have actually improved quite a lot, and it was something I needed to improve, as I was a bit naive, I was a bit young, and definitely this year of placement has really made me realize what customers are actually expecting now. I've actually realized how important it is, how important customer service is, because Gibraltar, it being fairly small, customer loyalty is something which is very important, and something definitely which we put a lot of emphasis on. My time management was something I needed to improve on, and as I'm getting older, it's something which I felt I needed to really improve on and really give importance to, just because basically I think as the older you get, the more you have to set your priorities right, and improving time management, simply because in Gibraltar I also play football semi-professionally, I could say. So I actually do train every evening, and I'm often having to go away for games, which I've had to time manage. Basically, I've had to get in contact with the CEOs of the company and ask if I could take some days off, and then make up for it some Sunday mornings, because my placement is Monday to Friday, but the shops do run on Saturdays. So I've sometimes had to maybe give up a day in the weekday, make up for it on the weekends. Some key learning experiences which I've experienced throughout this placement. I've learned how to prepare wages, and this for me is fairly it's important, and it's key, because at the end of the day, when you get to know your employees and the people you work with, you get to know how important their wages are actually to their lives. So it's not something really you want to be taken away from them. So when, for example, you're dealing with their social insurances and their tax deductions, you don't really want to mess up on that, because at the end of the day, it does influence them a lot, especially with overtime payments. Sometimes you might forget to put it in there, or you might maybe give them too much or whatever, and you don't really want to be doing that. Another instance I've experienced is when customers at the shop floor have actually complained about maybe the merchandise they've received, or maybe their customer service maybe that they've received from one of my fellow colleagues. So this is actually dealt with people a bit higher up in the hierarchy, which have been in the company much longer, and this is taken over by them just because they more or less know all our customers personally. So it's probably better that they deal with this. But they basically, what they do is they try to be as helpful as possible. They always give a discount to the customer.